Hi.
Hi, Ben. Go ahead. Apparently I'm babysitting now.
Apparently what?
I'm babysitting now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. He's doing us a huge favor.
Yeah.
And apparently he felt safe enough leaving his kid here with us.
Yeah. All right, here I am. I'm live. Hi, everybody. This is
Hi, everybody.
this is the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show,
Mayhem streaming show.
live from the house where we have a leak in our roof that we're desperately trying to get fixed before Tropical Storm Debbie comes through. So I apologize for being late. It happens. It happens. I have some films set up here. It might be a short show, but I did definitely want to do something. So, let's see. Pulled some stuff. Yeah. I know that you guys are always looking for bargains, and so this is from the Prelinger archive, but it's awesome. It's called Bargain Basement Clip. It's a TV show. I think it was regional, and it is, I would say, precursor to Home Shopping Network. So enjoy.
You want to use my Nintendo Switch?
Say it again.
Paper made is realistic value. Well, that's the way Bargain Basement works. Now, you'll be seeing several items. And if you want any of the items that you see advertised and shown here on Bargain Basement, all you do is send in your cash, check, or money order, remember the name of the item, to Bargain Basement. You have that post office box number. And this is the show that presents new items, but everything at a terrific bargain value. Right now, here is one of television's biggest money winners. This is a fellow who made $25,000 by knowing songs. Come on in, Johnny McConnon. You've seen him 1,000,001 times.
What do you say, Brother Joe? You know,
right.
my luck must be awful good.
What is
Not
that?
only I win $25,000. See this thing here?
Sure.
It's $1 million.
Tell us about it. What is it?
Well, you got an automobile?
Sure.
Maybe some of you people out there, you have an automobile? Do you ever stop to think how much money you spend having your battery recharged, or maybe going out and buying a brand new battery? Here's your answer right here. Something entirely new and different. Every bit as good as that stuff that comes in from Europe. They call it cadmium. Remember that stuff? Used by the United States Army. Now, all you do with this is you just take and put an equal amount in the cells of your battery. An automobile or a truck, it don't make any difference at all. It eliminates rust and corrosion, which really and truly destroys your battery. Now, once you put this in, not only does it eliminate rust and corrosion, but here's the best part of it. The next time you get up on a cold morning, you want to start that automobile, put your foot on that starter, and mister, before you know it, you're on your way right up the road. The nice part of it is it'll never harm your skin, your clothing, or your automobile. Now, when this goes on sale, it will sell for the price of $5. For the job it does, believe me, you wouldn't take $500. But right now, here on Bargain Basement is everything. We cut that price to $2.98. Maybe you'll tell them how they can get it, huh, Joe?
Well, that's easy. All you have to do, if you like sulfane, remember it's going to increase the life of your battery, and if it does it to an old battery, think of what it does to that brand new battery in your car. Outlast the life of your car.
Certainly will.
$2.98 to Bargain Basement, Post Office Box 786. Don't go away, Johnny. I want to ask you something.
Fine.
You got kids.
Yeah, I got two. Boy,
Well, I've got 1,000,000 of them, or at least I've got 4, and one of the big problems is try to figure out a way to keep them entertained on rainy days or start them with a hobby that they can take through life, especially for the girls between the ages of 6 and 10. We came up with what we consider to be a natural for Bargain Basement. Will you see
Oh,
this?
yeah? Let's take a look at it.
This is one of the oldest hobbies. As a matter of fact, it's Americana at its best. It's needlepoint. You've probably seen these framed. They make pillows out of them.
That's right.
Well, this is a junior edition for children. This is for children, and they can make it anybody from the age of 6 years and up. Come on down here, and I'll show you what this is all about. Here's what you get. Now, this happens to be the train set, and this is the clown set. Let's talk about the clown set. You will get, number one, all the various colored yarns. You'll get the canvas. You'll get the safety needle. Now, it's so easy that even I can do it, and boy, I'm real clumsy with my hands. Here's that safety needle. You get complete instructions and directions, and you get this lovely plastic bag, which you can use for storing vegetables if you want, or to have the little kids save their stuff in. Now, if you bought everything individually, you'd spend $3 or $4, but wait a minute. On Bargain Basement, forget about that price. You get the needlepoint kit for the children in your choice of either the clown or the train set, both, either one, for $1. That's right. The clown or the train, a single dollar bill to Bargain Basement. Isn't that something?
I'll go for that myself.
Say, it was really something. I'll be with you in just a minute. Okay. Say, right now, friends, I want to introduce somebody who probably knows more about ladies' hairdos and cosmetics and skin creams than anybody else in the entire country. You've probably seen him 1,001 times, and here he is, Dave Clark. Come on in, Dave.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
I have something here that I know that everybody's going to be interested in. In this jar is contained 2 ounces of a product called Phoenix Cream. And normally, first of all, I want you to remember that name. But up until recently, this was sold under a fancy name in a fancy jar, and it sold for $6. Now, here on this program, we're not interested in fancy names or fancy products. What we're interested in is results. Now, this cream is enriched with vitamins. Vitamins A, D, and E for dry skin, for rough skin. Here, let me prove a point. Let's bring in our little assistant, Kathy. Say, Kathy,
Yeah.
what have you been using on your skin recently?
Oh, I beat you to it. I've been using Phoenix Cream for 2 weeks now. And honestly, my skin never felt better.
And you know, it never looked better.
Thank you, Dave.
You know what I'd like you ladies and gentlemen to do? I'd like you to forget the price of $6. I'd like you to send $2.98 to Bargain Basement. We, in turn, will send you a jar of Phoenix Cream. I want you to use the Phoenix Cream for 60 days. That's 2 months. And after 60 days, if you don't feel that it's done everything we said it will do and more, return the jar for a full money-back refund. Remember, no longer $6, just $2.98.
Okay, what have we got now for Bargain Basement?
Pardon me, is this Bargain Basement?
Yeah.
You looking for real bargain?
Yeah, sure.
Your wife use perfume?
Always.
You know what this is, don't you?
My Fair Lady, yeah.
Every woman in America knows it. Sells in life, look, advertised for $5. How would you like to get it for a $1 bill? $1. Go ahead, I'm a little short. I need the cash.
But wait a minute, we're on TV now. Here's $1. I mean, I'll buy it.
people out there?
Yeah, the people
How about
right
you
out
people
there.
out there? Can you use some of this stuff? If you can, I'll give you the same bargain. $1, send it to Bargain Basement. You want to buy a package?
I sure do.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you. That's legitimate, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. $1 for a regularly $5 package of My Fair Lady perfume in a cigarette gift box. Right now, I want to call our very lovely assistant in. Kathy, come on in here. I want everybody to see your very pretty pearl pendant. Isn't that nice?
It's lovely, isn't it?
I like
All
it.
the girls are wearing pearls now, but
Sure.
they're very expensive.
Well, I'll tell you something else. Of course, they're expensive because this is a real cultured pearl. See this tie tack of mine?
Look.
All the men are wearing those, too, but they spend $5 or $6 or $10 or $20 in a jewelry store for them. Not on Bargain Basement. Take a look down here. We've got them. We've got these pearl pendants, real cultured pearl. Now, this is not a simulated or a fake or a phony pearl, a real cultured pearl with a very dainty necklace. And for the men, we have the tie tack, also in a cultured pearl, a real cultured pearl. This is at least a $10 value, but wait, on Bargain Basement, both of them. The tie tack for the gentleman and the very lovely pendant for the lady, both for only $2.98 while they last, to Bargain Basement. And on with the show. What are you looking for, John? What are you doing?
Oh, hi, Joe. I just promoted a couple of bottles of soda, but I can't find an open one. I'm going to give you one.
Well,
You
funny you
got
should
the opening?
ask. Come here. See what this is?
It's a handy dandy.
This is the handy dandy. Now, of course, let me tell you what the parts are. This is the magnetic wall bracket. You always have it at your fingertips, and it comes with a permanent lifetime magnet. Just hold it like that. Of course, it comes with the screws. Let me show you something about this. You know, the average person, when he goes to open a can, has to pry up like that, which is not a
Yeah, I
natural
have that trouble
motion.
myself.
This has got the self-locking feature. Now, you just put a little weight down on it, pressure,
There you
and
go.
it holds the cap right in here. You want to get rid of it, you walk over to the disposal, and that's all there is to it. Now, look, that's not all. Because let's say that you're opening a big bottle of soda, and you don't want to use it all up, and you start messing around with those caps that you put on.
Yeah, bang it on with your hand and everything,
Now,
yeah?
watch this. A little pressure, lift it, turn it around the other side, jockey it up like that.
Yeah,
Now
will it
watch.
stay in?
Sealed factory tight. How about
like
that?
This. Very good.
Isn't that something?
What's this thing here?
Well, this is to pierce cans. You know, the average
Oh,
time you
yeah,
pierce a
yeah,
can, they've got
yeah.
a small opening. This makes a wide puncture, so you don't have to pierce it 2 or 3 times.
Good idea. What do you
that
get for them,
something?
about $8?
No, the regular price is $3.95. $3.95, but wait a minute. You've seen those ads for the little permanent magnets, the 12 magnets?
Oh, yeah, you put them on a wall with shopping list and all
That's right,
for a
shopping
dollar.
list guys. That's
Yeah,
right, they
yeah,
sell
I
for
see.
$1. All right, so this is $3.95 and $1 for the magnets. It's $4.95. Here comes a special on Bargain Basement today. You get the handy dandy in your choice of colors. You've got red, you've got yellow, you've got blue, you've got green, you've got black, you've got ivory. $2.98 for the handy dandy and the magnets, both. Isn't that a bargain?
Oh.
Where you going?
Are you kidding? I'm going to go out and get an envelope and a stamp and order one of these myself.
Kathy, you want to come in here, please, dear?
Yeah.
You want to strike a very nice pose because I'd like to take a picture of
Oh,
you.
how wonderful.
You all set? Okay, smile pretty. Gotcha. Okay, let me tell you something. You see this? I am no photographer. Honestly, if I take a picture, it's a miracle. But this is the reflex type of camera where you can actually see right in here the picture that you're going to take. Cutting anybody off here or getting 2 people
what
in the
I do.
picture instead of 3. I used to do it before I got this camera. Come on down, let me show you what I did. You see these pictures? You remember the cold weather we've been having?
Oh, yeah.
Well, these are my kids actually skating, and I got these pictures in action shots. Well, these aren't action, but I got a couple of action shots here, where there should be one over here. There's an action shot of the children walking, and I got them at all various angles and all that. Good, sharp, clear pictures. With this kit, this comes with a 75mm Akbar lens, and it's a reflex camera. It comes with a built-in flash attachment that actually fits into your pocket. The batteries fit right in here into the case. It's even got an automatic bulb ejector. Look at that. You just press the button. There it goes. And it comes right out. Just that simply. Isn't that something? Okay, now, here's what you're going to get in the kit. First of all, you get the camera with its 75mm Akbar lens. You get 4 flash bulbs. You get 2 batteries. You get the shoulder strap. Everything. And the regular price, if you'll notice, is $14.95. But wait a minute. This is the deal. This is really something that's going to stop everybody. We're also going to give you a roll of Kodak or Ansco film. Now, take your pictures. Take the entire roll. When you've finished taking the pictures, send this film in to be processed. And we will process it at the regular prices and send you back absolutely free another roll of film. You will never again have to buy film, because as soon as you finish taking a picture, send it in, we'll have it developed for you at the same prices. You'll get a roll of film absolutely free. That's the total bargain, not $14.95 with all the free film you'll ever use, only $9.95 as a bargain basement special, and this is brought to you by the United States Camera Corporation. I think you're going to like it very much. Say, ladies, this is the season to begin planning your new hairdo for that lovely Easter bonnet. Now, this beautiful Dynel chignon, come on in, girls, is really something. The girls are going to show you all about it. It's a custom blended Miracle Dynel chignon, and it transforms your hairdo in a few minutes, making a new glamorous hue. Just crisscross bobby pins on your head and anchor the chignon with hairpins. It stays securely in place all day and all evening. Glamorize your formal wear and eliminate those tiresome settings after swimming. It feels like your own hair, it looks like your own hair, and it's sanitary. You can brush it and wash it and dry it yourself as easily as your nylon stockings, and in about the same amount of time. In a few minutes, this lovely chignon can be restyled by you in an unlimited variety of hairdos, while you can have a bun, or a braid, or a ponytail, or a figure 8 with one and the same chignon. Just cut a sample of your hair at the back crown of your head, where the chignon will be attached, and mail it to us. Your custom blended chignon will match so well that no one will know it's not nature's own. Now, you'd pay from $25 to $50 for real hair. This special television offer is not $25 or even $15. This lovely chignon can be yours for only $7.95 for natural shades. Gray is $9.95. Every woman's hair has several various shadings, so please be sure your sample is adequate for an exact match. Send in your money and your hair sample immediately, and allow, please, 2 weeks for delivery for custom blending. Okay, friends, on with Bargain Basement. Now, if these items are coming at you fast and furious, don't worry, because at the end of the show, we're going to give you a recap of every item and tell you the price again. All you have to do is send cash, check, or money order to Post Office Box 786, New York 1, New York, to Bargain Basement. Right now, let me tell you something. You know that every single year, $600 million is stolen from the American public. How? Checks are raised. Let me show you how these thieves operate. Let's say that you write a check for $4 or $6 or $8. Let's say that it's a $6 check. Fellow come along, find your check, and put a 0 at the end of the 6. That makes it 60 right here. Then he writes T-Y, and there's a check from $6 raised to $60. Now, there's only one way in the world of protecting yourself, and that is with a check writer that actually perforates your checks. You're saying, fine, my husband has one down at the office. They cost $100 or $200. True. But now, through the miracle of TV on Bargain Basement, we are presenting a portable check writer, and here's what it is. It's as simple as ABC. It fits in its own little plastic case, and it comes apart like this, and it fits together into its plastic case, and it sells for just, well, I'll tell you in just a moment what it sells for, but here's the way it works. Let's say that you want to write a check. You hold the check writer in your left hand. I've already started to write it, and just make a couple more. And here's what you've got. Open it up, take your check out, and you've actually perforated your check. Here's the sum of $125 and no cents, all done on the check writer. It's as simple as ABC. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, fine, fine. Here's a beautiful precision imported instrument which probably sells for $25 or $30. Ladies and gentlemen, you could be right. The only difference is that right now on TV, while they last, the price of this automatic check writer is only $9.95 for the portable check writer in its own plastic case. So send $9.95 to check writer at Bargain Basement. And hey, what's going on over here? It looks like we're setting
The answer to every housewife's prayer. Here's a little machine that'll cut and chop like nothing you've ever seen before in all your life. Now, you folks have seen all different types, kinds of choppers around your home. Watch. Here's a machine, whatever you want to do any cutting. Watch. Let's start with an onion. Now, I don't have to tell you ladies out there, every time you cut an onion, where you cut an onion, you shed a bushel of tears. Here's a little machine just like bouncing a little rubber ball. Every time you tap it, it cuts and chops. Now, the finer you want it, of course, the more you cut it. There's an onion. Well, you could use it for sauteing steaks, roasted chops. It does a wonderful job. You know, a lot of people say to me, you know, I have trouble when I try to cut up peanuts, cashews, or pecans, or walnuts. Look, anytime you want to cut up chopped walnuts of any kind, pecans or cashews, you know those old-fashioned graham cracker crust? Oh, here's a machine that'll do a wonderful job. Every time you tap, it'll cut and chop exactly the way you want it done. Now, the next time you want to take and make up a little salad, here is about the fastest and the finest machine you've ever used. Here is what they call a California health salad. We take a little cucumber, a little carrot. Now let's go over and get a little bit of celery and put it in there. You know, the next time you want to mix or make something up in your home, make as much or as little as you want merely by tapping the top of that little knob. Now you take and chop up ice when you want sherbets or for a shrimp cocktail or clam cocktail. You see, the more you tap, of course, the finer it comes out. You can take 2 pounds of chopped liver and cut it up so fast and fine, believe me, you couldn't believe it. Take a look at the job that does. But here's something a lot of women want to know about. Leftover ham, lamb, steaks, turkey, well, whatever you have around your home, just simply place your meat in and start to chop. You see, it's all stainless steel. There's absolutely nothing in here that will rust, tarnish, or corrode. The more you tap, of course, the finer it comes out. You can actually cut all day long. Now, when you want a clean little machine, it's actually simplicity in itself. All you do is take and dip it in water. It's all stainless steel. There's nothing there to rust or corrode. Now, you've seen these advertised for as much as $3.98. Here on Bargain Basin, it's yours for only $1.98. So send a $1.98 cash check or money order to Bargain Basement, Box 786, New York 1, New York.
Okay, Kathy, come on in here because I want to give everybody a recap of everything we've offered today on Bargain Basement. I wish we had time for many more items. Starting with the 2 Paper-Mate pens for the price of one, $1.69. Here's the Phoenix Skin Cream, a regular $6 value, $2.98. You want your car to start all the time, a $5 value sulfane for $2.98. Here's a big bargain, a $5 bottle of My Fair Lady perfume, a single dollar. Theramulta M, the $9.50 size for only $5.98. And for the ladies and the gentlemen, a tie tack and the real cultured pearl pendant, both of them about a $10 value for only $2.98. And here's the check writer, which is going to stop you from ever having any checks raised, $9.95. And, of course, the beautiful chignon, $7.95 in natural shades and $9.95 in the gray shade. And here's that chopper, regular $3 or $4 value, $1.98. The camera kit, a $14.95 value with the free film, all for $9.95. And, of course, the handy dandy with the 12 magnets, a $4.95 value for only $2.98. And all the time we have on Bargain Basement. So until the next time, then, this is Joel Holt,
Johnny McConnon,
And Dave Clark.
saying goodbye. And don't forget that every buy is a good buy on Bargain Basement.
Wow, that was so great. I wish I had that on film. It's actually, it was something that we digitized for the Prelinger archive. And I just recently watched part of it and I was like, this is amazing. And what's amazing about it is that this was shot on film and then it was distributed. So the idea was that this was not, I mean, they shot it live and they might have broadcast it live, but they did a kinescope of it. And so they distributed it and then made that deal to TV stations saying like, hey, instead of showing this, movie in the wee hours of the morning or night, show this and then we'll give you a cut of what we make based on the sales. So that's how like a lot of infomercials work nowadays. And this is an early one. This is probably, I don't know, 50s, 60s, but great. So you notice I'm not at the archive, I'm on the porch of our house. And the reason why is because we have a roofer who is doing work, and that's Katrina's blender in the background. We have a roofer who's doing work on the house before Debbie shows up, because we found a leak from the last thing of rain that we had. So this is like boring domestic stuff. Moral of the story, don't own a house. And certainly don't own two, because it's a nightmare. Anyhow, I got another film for you. What is it? Before and After. And this is about carpeting. It's so exciting. Carpeting. Enjoy.
night, Bill.
Well, good night.
Frank O'Leary, I'm ashamed of you.
Oh, you mean you want to look next?
Leave Pat alone. Now, that Bill's a nice boy.
How do we know? Have we ever met him? You know, they've said goodnight 87 times. Why didn't she bring him in?
If I remember correctly, about 25 years ago, my father had to come out on our porch and drag us in.
That's right.
Frank.
Oh, excuse me. I just came out to see if there was any mail.
Oh, Dad, this is Bill Kendall.
How are you, Mr. O'Leary?
Fine. Glad to meet you, son. Very glad.
Was there any mail, Frank? Oh, Pat, I didn't know that you...
Mother, this is Bill.
Evening, Mrs. O'Leary.
Hello, Bill. Won't you both come in?
We're sure if it's not too
No,
late.
thanks, Mother. We'll stay out here. Bill will be going home in a minute, and I'll be right in.
Oh. Well, I hope to see you again. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, how do you like that?
Just as if she didn't want to bring him in the house.
She don't.
What did you say, Joey?
I said she don't, on account of this room.
Well, what's wrong with this room?
Oh, it's dull, drab, colorless, archaic. In fact, it's from hunger.
Is that what your sister said, Joey?
No, Dad, it's not what I said. Not those words. And I've really been meaning to talk to you about it, but you won't be angry.
Well, of course not, dear.
Well, this room, I mean, you're swell, modern, up-to-date parents. But the place we live in would never show it. And it's all unnecessary.
Is that so?
How, dear? For instance?
For instance, excuse me, Dad, this mantelpiece. It was great 30 years ago, but now it belongs in a museum. And this window, with a window cornice and the right drape, it would be just lovely. And the piano, well... Get up, Joey.
Get up, Joey.
Look at this ugly old sofa. Just think what some new upholstery would do for it. And this ghastly rug. We certainly need a new one.
Redecorating's a job for an expert.
Yes, and what about the actual work that has to be done? I suppose that isn't expensive.
Not if you do a lot of it yourself. And we could, as a family. I think even Joey would help.
You want to make a bet?
Oh, you. Dad, it wouldn't be nearly as expensive as you think. Let me show you something. I saw an ad in the magazine and sent in for this. It tells all about colors and how to match them. And what's even better for us, look at this.
What is it?
You better sit down.
Every time I sit in that chair, it costs me money.
It's a questionnaire. We fill it in and send it to this Clara Dudley. And she sends suggestions of materials for drapes and slip covers and even paint and wallpaper.
Why, that's practically what a decorator would do.
Yeah, and wouldn't that cost a lot?
It costs only $1.
Come on, let's fill it out.
Oh, Dad, it'll be just perfect to have this room, one we can all be proud of, for parties and...
And Bill?
When Pat O'Leary's questionnaire arrives at my workshop, I make a preliminary analysis of the decorating problems involved. This is for the guidance of our staff of experts in working out color scheme recommendations for the O'Leary living room. In each case, we start our decoration from the floor up. The O'Learys gave us a lot of helpful information when they filled out their questionnaire. Among other preferences, they indicated they would like a green rug. From the many samples of our rugs in the workshop, we select one we feel will be exactly right for their room and budget. Using a sample of the rug selected for the base, an exciting color scheme for the whole room is worked out with the help of the color discs you see here on the wall of the workshop. From here on, it's a simple step to turn these colors into actual materials. In selecting materials, not only color alone, but texture, pattern, and expense are all carefully considered to keep our recommendations in line with the O'Leary budget. Meanwhile, in another part of our workshop, skilled designers are analyzing the specific features of the O'Leary's room and drawing a detailed chart to show how their furniture should be placed to best advantage. Each portfolio that we prepare contains recommendations for the rugs, drapery and upholstery materials, and paint colors or wallpaper samples. We paste a little label on each piece of material which shows the name of the manufacturer to aid Pat and her mother when they do their shopping. Now our part of the job is over. It's up to the O'Learys to carry on.
Mother, it's here from Clara Dudley.
A short time later, the O'Leary family gathers at a local department store.
Yep, fine. Mother?
I'm delighted. It's lovely. And the way the materials match our new rug is just wonderful. Oh, Pat, I've something to show you.
What's the total on the bill now? Say, that's all right. We saved nearly $10 on the budget.
Just what I thought. $10.
You can't win.
You're still ahead. Since you took the floor plan rug, you get the $1 back that you sent in with the questionnaire.
Say, that's great.
Look, Dad, $1.
Well, at least I made the budget.
Now the family's decorating job begins. Pat goes to work on the fireplace mantel. Dad takes down the old drapes, so Mother and Pat can get the measurements for the new ones. With everyone pitching in, redecorating can be a lot of fun, and it's amazing what a new shade can do for an old lamp. Work even improves Joey's reading habits, at least for the time being.
It's them. It's Bill's car.
Frank, will you keep away from that window?
Sometime I wonder who's the juvenile in this family.
The folks are still up. Would you like to come in?
Gee, you mean I can?
Why not?
Get set.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Well, Pat, what a surprise.
Gosh, what a beautiful place you have here.
Well, thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thanks, son. Sit down. Come over and sit down.
Well, Frank, it's time we went upstairs. After all, you've got to be at work early in the morning.
Oh, I do? Oh, yeah, that's right, I do. Well, good night, kids.
Good night, Mr. O'Leary. Good night, Mrs. O'Leary.
Joey, come to bed.
Okay, okay.
Good night.
Good night, Bill.
Good night, Joey. Hi.
Hi yourself.
You know, this is swell. I don't see why you never invited me in here before.
You don't?
Pat? Did you hear me? I don't know why you never invited me in here before.
I don't either. I can't even imagine a reason.
So that was really quite something. The young girl is embarrassed by her sitting room, and that's why she won't have boys in. All right, what do we got? What timing? This, as a reminder, I'm not at the archive because I am here with a roofer who is doing repairs on the roof before Debbie shows up. Which will mean a lot of rain. Let's see. Let's learn about, where is it? Oh, there it is. A Detroit radio station. WXYZ. Enjoy.
But I must carry on. Everyone's together. Dick Burton, Johnny Randall, Tom Shannon, Jack Hayes, Dave Lockhart, and Jim Davis. The people who keep it all together on a radio station called WXYZ in Detroit.
Well, that's a way to start to make a pretty world for you and for me.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide.
All right, I'm gonna mute that temporarily so that we don't get in trouble. Copyright.
I walk the line.
We don't want to walk the line and get the show temporarily halted. Wow. I guess showing a promotional film for a radio station means that they're going to play the hits from that radio station. I perhaps did not think this all the way through. This is idyllic, pastoral. Let's see.
Dick Burton is the morning man.
Dang it. So here's my guess about this film, because I have another film that's similar to this. It was for a Dallas TV station, is that this was shown to advertisers to get them excited about advertising with the station. And so this is probably what this is all about.
Goes over 75. At the sound of the snort, you win our valuable cash prize.
Just to snort like a pig?
Right.
Burton would be hard to follow if it weren't for this fellow, Johnny Randall. Johnny hits his share of drive time starting at 10 a.m., but also helps the housewives keep it all together.
What would you say to Engelbert Humperdinck as an opening remark? Something like, well, if it isn't Tom Jones in slow motion, haha. No, I don't guess I better say that.
After Randall, it's afternoon, and WXYZ's Tom Shannon supplies the needed lift, taking Detroiters around town as they shop, run errands, pick up the kids, or pack off the Little League. Heading into 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, when the cars go home. 2 doors, 4 doors, Corvettes, Cadillacs, cars. There are more than 2 million in the Detroit area, and in each one is a driver, and in each one is a radio. And on those radios, you'll hear WXYZ.
A word from Detroit's Traffic Central. All drivers use alternate routes traveling the westbound Ford between Mount Elliott and East Grand Boulevard.
Drive time? Detroit invented it. Now, in the long shadows of late afternoon, Detroit loosens its tie and relaxes to the easygoing style of Jack Hayes.
Well, I certainly hope you dig what's coming out of your radio. You put electricity into it and get me out of it. How's that for magic?
These are night people. Dave Lockhart, Jim Davis. They entertain the daylights out of Detroit when the night lights come on.
Medals may be for space heroes, but statues are for the birds. So I've written my first song. It's called I Think I Just Fell in Something. I hope it's love. Huh?
One more time.
They're all together, keeping it all together for Detroiters on 1270. And if they aren't enough to make WXYZ the neatest sound in the nation's 5th largest city, it'd be some kind of news. Our news. Aggressive, informative, innovative. team's so good at gathering the news that WXYZ uncovers an average of 200 stories a month in advance of any other media. What else is WXYZ? It's the station's dazzling T-formation handling of sports, including Detroit Lions play-by-play football, season after season. WXYZ. Music, personalities, news, sports. WXYZ. Programming in a broad range to reach most of the people, most of the time. Turn on WXYZ in Detroit and keep it all together.
All right, so I'm inside now, by the way, because it's beginning to rain outside. That film was awesome, but problematic. So here's the problem. That was scanned on a laser graphics machine, and it was scanned at fast speed, and so that wow and flutter is an artifact of that. We didn't scan that. That was somebody else that did that. And they also used the auto exposure setting, so that's why there was this weird fluctuation in color. But I'm wondering if that wow and flutter was enough to throw off YouTube to where they're like, I think I know this song, but I don't know this song because it's so I apologize for the nauseousness of that. But what a wonderful excuse me. I was up in the attic, so there's all sorts of dust. Anyways, what a wonderful kind of time capsule of Detroit at the time, and really just kind of local radio and how that has changed, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to call it, because today's been a crazy day. I apologize for starting late, but I was called home to help figure this thing out before it starts raining. So here's something. The next couple of days, I might be on the road. I'm doing a show in New York City at Anthology Film Archive. I'm showing When Puppets Go Bad. Then I'm doing a show at Light Industry on that following Tuesday, which is a week from now, where it's called From the Collection of Skip Alzheimer, and I'm showing films that warped my psyche or defined my psyche when I was a kid, and why collecting these films and showing them is like a form of therapy for me. So there's going to be some stuff that traumatized me. There's going to be some stuff that gave me joy and reminded me of my childhood, which was not troubled, but there were certainly moments of trauma, which we all experience, I think. But yeah, so either I'm driving up tomorrow, going halfway, or I am flying up on Thursday, weather permitting, or if the weather's so bad, I might not get to go at all. So I'll do a show. I'll prepare a show for tomorrow, but it might be pre-recorded. So we'll see. But I'll keep you posted regardless. But I appreciate you tuning in today. I appreciate your comments, and we will be back in some form, maybe just virtual. I don't know. But if you like what you saw, as always, please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Those are great ways to support us. Financially, you can also donate via the Super Thanks button. I saw that Jeremy did that, maybe wanting to buy some Thai tacks. But you can also go to ko-fi.com/avgeeks or patreon.com/avgeeks, or you can Venmo me at skip-Elsheimer. And Elsheimer is Elsheimer. Everybody have a great rest of your day. If you are in the path of Debbie, I hope you do okay. I hope that you don't get flooded out, that you keep your power, and that you're safe. If not, try to find somebody who can help you out that's on higher ground. But we will see you somehow tomorrow. Everybody take care, and we will see you soon.